Oh, she's gonna be one of your workers this year. She
Doing
applied.
what kids do.
Power off.
Oh, let me. I like that.
Xylophone player?
Mika, yeah, they didn't walk there. See, I'm telling you. Yeah, okay. I was just trying.
We can perform, right? Sound check.
Mama, sounds good.
There.
Testing. We will now call this meeting to order. City of New Haven Meeting Agenda, Youth Services Committee. Meeting can be viewed on Board of Alders YouTube. The Youth Services Committee is in person on Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024 at 6 p.m. located at 165 Church Street, second floor, Board of Alders Chamber, New Haven, Connecticut, to hear an update from the Youth and Recreation Department about their upcoming activities and volunteer initiatives. Per order, Honorable Kimberly Edwards, Chair, attest, Honorable Michael Smart, City Clerk. If you need an accessibility related accommodation, please contact 203-946-7651 voice or 203-946-8582 TY. In accordance with the City of New Haven COVID-19 policies, masks are now optional at meetings, and public may send comments to public testimony at newhavencpt.gov. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. Before we get started, I just want to remind everyone to make sure their mobile devices are on silent, please, or on vibrate, so that we don't get interrupted. And in addition to that, I am going to have our committee members introduce themselves. And I'm going to start from the right hand side.
Representative Ward 15.
Karen Rodriguez, Ward 6.
Kimberly Edwards, Ward 19.
Placeholder provider, Ward 23.
Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. And we are now going to start our presentation. Before we get started on that, I just want to remind you all to please just state your name and address for the record before you start presenting.
All this, thank you for having us. I'm sorry, we have so long. Which I will get into on the administrative side. I am waiting for my last deputy, Deputy Dixon, to come down. So the reason we are out of breath is we were flying down from 720 because we just completed an ad hoc rehab administrative. We just closed out on bonfire 2 grants under the remaining ARPA dollars. As you know, with the restrictions where the monies have to be allocated by September 24th, the fire and had to do some pre-approving. And so what we published on bonfire for each 170 is another nonprofit expansion agreement where the applicants can apply for a 2-year cycle, which you'll see very soon in your record. A 2-year cycle of funding, a maximum of $45,000 per cycle. That has closed. We do have 25 submissions in the ad hoc meeting together on April 9th to make that decision. The second grant that we published has closed is the New Haven Sports and Social Grants. We had 16 applicants. We have decided on 11 awardees tonight, which will be coming up very soon, and you will also see that coming across your desk as it will also be multi-year. Difference in the grant is that for the sports grant, it's for the current fiscal year. So from July 1, 2023 to 2024, and the fiscal year 25, July 1, 2024, June 30th of 2025. The intention is to give out our sports grants during the spring of the year. And so we did it in the spring of this year and the spring of next year. Nonprofit expansion grants, we did fiscal year 25 and fiscal year 26. So those grants are going to start July 1. Following all the requirements of ARPA with the contractual process, which is what the system. And so we're very excited of the awardees, and we're hoping that we will make an impact on our young people. We're trying to continue to spend down the dollars that we have. Anyways, under ARPA, will not. It is a challenge. When I say it's a challenge, we were challenged with spending money, and we are crafty. So we're making sure we're spending every single dime, and we think that we're going to make a really good experience in this community. And so I'm going to pass it on. So we do have several different topics that we need to speak to tonight. We're going to be talking about our operations side, our recreation side, as well as with our youth administration side. So I'm going to give it to Deputy Huggins in regards to youth administration. It's not.
Hello?
I don't think we need one.
All right, well,
Great voice, you know?
thank you, Alder. Right? Good evening, Alder, Ron Huggins, 165 Church Street. So on the youth administration side, a couple of things I want to highlight. Number one is grateful that has allowed us to serve as the yard representative for the superintendent strategic plan, working very diligently to try to overcome 5-year plan. Pretty much, you know, that's the direction that the school district is on going in their tenure. So I'm very excited about that and pushing to make sure that our young people really get services from the education side, that married programs that we're doing on the youth program side. In addition to that, our summer busing application is open and available. So we're actively recruiting for work sites and different organizations within an application to be able to receive a grant, so to speak, or award in regards to busing. The result behind that is if they receive these dollars for busing, it lowers the cost for in the program. Very excited about working with Ernie, who is our YSB manager, on expanding the YSB 100-foot choir. Ernie has assisted all the Walker Myers at the conference, lately said, hey, we really need to really keep it going. So I'd love to see that going. So we're with Gwen, see how we can expand that to make sure that doesn't happen. In addition to that, we are actively recruiting flyers. If you guys know of any organization that would like to be featured in our Mayor Summer Guide, our Mayor Summer Guide goes up to 22,000 students through their schools through QR code, as well as campaign going to different hospitals, going to the library to make sure that families have access to our Mayor Summer Guide. So that will be coming up today, and we're extremely excited about that. In addition, we have been working very closely with our community partners around Connect and doing custom notification, identifying some advertisers, kids. And I'm proud to say that not only amongst our age group, our customers, amongst young people that actually custom over the last 6 months. So extremely excited about that. Working very, very, very diligently with Felicia as we get ready for our Family Fun Day, which is kind of like our mobile carnival that we do in every neighborhood. So Alicia and I have been working very closely that we expand it out and make sure our families enjoy that activity. In addition, our youth at work application deadline had just passed. Extremely excited about 800 students applied, almost 900, yeah, about 900 students applied. Shout out to our new youth at work organization, She's been an extensive campaign, not only on social media, really trying to meet kids where they were. And this was our first year for summer running the application digitally. And we are extremely excited about the results that we've seen running it that way. And families really appreciate it as well as our community members. Under our youth at work silo, we have a professional development kind of day that's going to be happening during the week of April break. So during April break, we're doing our best to try to put our programs every single day, kind of keep our kids engaged and busy. So we're working on a program to kind of for students who want to go over like soft skills, resume, that type of thing. In addition, during that week, we will be doing our light of the night. So light of the night will happen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday from 4 to 8 at the Floyd Little Athletic Center. Uh, and what that looks like is open runs for students between the ages of 13 to 20 will be coming to the field house. Not only play different games, open runs, will be a gaming truck there, potentially snacks. We are doing this in collaboration with the New Haven BoA Athletics Department as well as Project Longevity in our New Haven Police and Pals. So we're extremely excited about being able to give kids a fun, safe space during April vacation to enjoy these activities. That Thursday during April break, we will be at the Q House. Again, our YSU manager hit the ground running. He has coordinated a Hampton versus New Haven police, fire, and youth game. So New Haven police, fire, and youth versus Hampton police, fire, and youth. So we're extremely excited. It's never been done. Usually it's police versus fire or police versus kids. This is now kids, police, department all come together and work at getting the community partners here, whether that's community action, just so families who come as well can get access to resources. So, while we're playing basketball with the kids, families can also get information. The last thing I want to highlight is coming up in May, our boys, girls, and LGBTQ summit, which will take place at Southern Connecticut University. Really a safe place for students to be able to come, empowered. So Richmond taking just 2 weeks ago, we partnered again and did an eighth grade New Haven Promise Summit for the eighth graders going into preschool, not hearing about New Haven Promise, getting they're actually hearing about the eighth grade, and they're telling their mom, no matter what we do, we can't move for the 4 years that they were doing that. And we actually hit the ground working with our community engagement coordinator as a part of Promise You Need service. Alicia has opened up community coordinator is actually this age group to make sure that our community service. Mike is here.
We are so in regards to our conferences that will be held at Southern Connecticut State University, this is actually the first year we're doing the LGBTQ conference, which we are very, very excited and proud of hosting. We have been working we actually had the Youth and Recreation Department LGBTQ task force, and we have been working with from the previous administration, so it's almost 8 years now that we have been working with this. Has gone so well, they have now become their own standalone organization where we're now sitting at their table as a member of. We are very excited to see the growth and with them working with the Pride Center as well as one of the key organizations that is working with our LGBTQ task force. So still keep them on our page for people to reach out or get information out. They are now a standalone. There is one program that we are tentatively working with in collaboration with the New Haven Library, Public Library, and we're trying to start a campaign during December called Get Caught Read. And so it's all around right now, and probably to help us with partner of it. And the purpose of it is to have key people in the city get caught reading. So having a book and promoting it and putting it on social media to encourage our young people to read during the summer. So this is going to be a collaboration. Looking at having the library's mobile truck at BoA our events that will be taking place during the summer and assisting working on the campaign of registering our young people to have Gary cards. And so as we know that there has been a deficit in, so this is our way to try to support and encourage them. I am going to now pass the mic to Felicia to allow Deputy Dixon to catch his breath just a little bit longer. And so I did explain why we were running down here and I came in flying on 2 wheels. And so, may I please introduce Deputy Shinga, who is our deputy.
So, good evening, everybody. Like Gwen said, we literally finished and just ran on 7:20. Some of the things that we've been working with, we're finishing up our open schools, 4 nights a week, 5 different schools, averaging about 300 kids per night in different areas of the city. We're finishing that up. We're working on finishing our last bit of regular programming, line dancing, pottery, arts and crafts, Saturday programs, just trying to highlight some things that are done at Coogan, as well as in our schools. Swimming program will end, as well as all of the open schools like mid May. And then we are really kind of hitting the ground running. As Ronnie said, the youth at work application closed on Thursday, and now we're putting the push on for our general fund program A position, which is our camp counselors that are 16 years plus to service our teams. We plan on running about 16 camps and possibly 2 for eco camps in 2 different parts of the city, over at Trowbridge and over at the Sound School. The Sound School will be for older kids, Trowbridge will be for younger kids. And just did some marketing today at the Sound School, trying to find a camp director, possibly from the Sound School staff, to run that program for us during the summertime. So we're in the midst of doing all of that. When did I get mad at me? One of the things we really need your help with, and this came up and constantly comes up on a daily basis, is we have not gotten the okay from the Board of Ed to use buildings this summer. And we have parents that are asking us, we can put our information out in January, which I would prefer to do every single year. So it kind of stabilizes what we need, the kind of staff we need, and the kind of programs that we can offer based on the facility that we're using. We have been asking them for pools as well as facilities, 5 schools: Beecher, Wexler, Martinez, the Sound School, and I'm missing Martinez, Wexler, and Moral Sheridan. And Wilbercross for our basketball program. Those are for our camps for the first 5. Wilbercross is for the high school and college basketball program for the summertime. Without those schools, we can't run our programs. And then we wind up being behind the 8 ball trying to get kids to fill out our camps. And then everybody will say, come to us and say, well, how come we're not servicing our city kids? Our kids, if we are the last people to the table as far as having facilities. Everybody's looking for, and I say this to even the people at facilities. In January, you want to know where your kid is going to go for the summertime. You need to make that plan as a parent. Our parents are behind the 8 ball because they're waiting for us, and we can't give them that information without having everything going forward with the Board of Ed. So if at all possible, if you could reach out to somebody for us, we would highly appreciate it because we have everything ready to go. All we have to push is send.
I actually want to mention the our struggles as well. The division, CSA division head is a leader in somewhere, and they all have offered to support us in this endeavor as we're dealing with the other side of the entity. But we just want to make you all aware, including the usage of pools. And so the way it stands right now, actually, the pools of 5 will be open this summer, and we know that costs an issue. So they're telling me that not our control, just like with the buildings, it's not in our control. But you're looked at as why aren't you doing it? And so we can move with what we control over. We know that there's extensive work that is being done under the pools, but there has been additional legislation coming down from the state in regards to in order for pools to fix, they must have a pool operator, and there is no in that position as of yet, as far as it was today. And so they have given us a warning in regards to we're not sure what pools can be open. We're hoping something will happen, but as it stands today, we're not sure if any of the 5 pools will be available for us for the summertime. So when you start calling like, why are the pools available? The pools are under the direction of Board of Education. So we man the pool as in making sure there are lifeguards there and that pools are open. So that is our side of it, but actually having pools and making sure that the pool facility itself is outside of education is us. I do just want to highlight HR with youth and recreation. So we are finally like continue with the hiring process for the coordinator of recreation supervisor. Unfortunately, Felicia has had to do double duty. She is still continuing doing her responsibilities of her former, as well as being a deputy. I'm grateful that she has been kicking and screaming. So I appreciate her for that. And we will also be, hopefully within the next month, I will be refilling my executive admin position. So hopefully by May, I will be able to say I have 2 hirees in that position. So I did HR, and so now I'm going to turn it over to Deputy Dixon, who is the Deputy of Recreation, and to speak to some of the closeout of some of the programs that we have going on. The closeout of some of the programs that we have going on.
If that information I'll give it to you tonight, you should be out of ink. So it's not much for me to be talking about. We, like she said, we're coming down, we're coming up on E-Day, we're probably go out the road and run. And we have a lot of unfinished and open problems that we can't get filled unless we get some closure on some of these answers that are out there, and we need to do that right away. And moving forward, we had a great winter ice rink with the kids, East Rock, Crew Middle School, and Southern School. Those kids can fly on the ice now. I mean, the time we started in November, if it was November to today, they can play. They're playing. I'm really happy for them. We got about another 2.5 weeks before we close the rink down and shut down the ice and starts getting warm, and then we'll start doing some summer programs inside that rink and stuff like that with recreation. We're getting ready to open up Lighthouse Park with, about a week, 2 weeks before Memorial Day. Lighthouse Park will open up. We'll start staffing it and doing up there for the public to start coming in there. It's so long summer. A lot of things that we need, like they said, we need help on to get closure to, so we keep our programs going. Otherwise, we're going to be talking to ourselves. We don't even talk anymore. I think we curse at each other because we can't get certain things. We're, what's the word? Piss beyond festivity, and we just need to get it done. So we're asking for your help to get it done. I'm on record. I don't care. We need help. Thank you.
Okay, so Lighthouse passes, we are hoping to be made available by May 1st of 2024. We are in the process of printing out our Lighthouse passes. We are trying to, we're trying to encourage the residents of the city to come and get passes prior to Lighthouse Park so that it can kind of seamless. and not the bottom, like that will occur the week prior to Memorial Day, which is our target date for opening. We have the passes for residents, non-residents, going into for the voting passes. We will be doing another marketing campaign on that as we push it out. And this is in collaboration with not just our own social media, working with our community in order to help us. So residents will be able to 7:20 Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 to as long as they have the proper documentation of registration on their car and be able to get their sticker in advance. They decide to do the Lighthouse Party. So the new stickers will last for 2 years, correctly? They're 1 year back. So the annual beach sticker pass. And I think I'm not letting any of the deputy talk right now. And, but we are complete with our presentation. And
Thank you. I'd like to call on Vice Chair for More 2010.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I will take care of that. I'm already talking. I'll take care of that, so don't worry about it. That you need for the schools and the pools. How do we get involved in the training that will be coming up in April for the fall? How do we participate?
whatever you need to do, just have to network coordinator. And the network coordinator will be able to support you. We encourage everyone to come, even if it's not to teach actually a soft skill. Their processing is a lot, and we always say that to our alders because like people need to see, like they know that you care. Because if it wasn't for you giving us the funding, but sometimes they like to see the face. We like to connect the face and the name. So it's like, hey, this is Miss Kim. Miss Kim is the one that lets us do this work. This is everyone. Mr. Frank, so I can coach your details. I can't use him as an example, but hey, this is really. So if you want to be involved with anything that we have, with the exception of the voice conference ladies.
Now they really want to.
We'll let you say hi, but you can't stay.
Okay, that's fine. I would just like to
We might just swing by Southern and we will make sure that you get the information. So if you have time, like I said, and the reason I say that I want to talk about in front of us, the thing with the release, which is why we intentionally do not have a combined conference. There's just things that impact young men different, and they can't always be vulnerable in front of us. And if we are mothers, we mom them too much. Like, baby, they're not gonna do that to you, So we have to let our young men be young men. So the 5-minute contact. I don't even say. I just come through, say hi, not even go into the classrooms or to about that. So we're inviting you specifically to the girls. We will do a panel again right here. That is the intent. We have all our guests yet. We're still working out some of the logistics, but the date, the time, location, everything is etched in stone. And we're gonna have some great things.
That's great, and I actually appreciate the way you are doing it. So I will just say hello. I will. Because I try to participate in everything that the youth department do, because I think it's really important for young people.
Absolutely. And we like to take the opportunity to thank all the authors for supporting our gospel concert. It's Friday. It was really great. The seats were sold out. So we were absolutely ecstatic with how everything was. And we're already getting questions on how we get a topic for next year. We don't know. We're going to do the topic. definitely. But thank you so very much for your continued support. Actually, this our youth is very make our jobs easy. And when I say easy, we have something that you might be like, trust us. So when I come at the art carnival, you'll just come with us.
So when it's that time, we will. The yard carnival, because we started last year. But that is all. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Known all four of you for a very long time, so I'm not surprised by the level of work.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to see the diversity of programs, especially the number of camps, and that the skating rink is back. I think especially for a Fairhavener who grew up in that rink, it's very important for the kids to have a diversity of program, because not everybody fits into the same box. The second part, as somebody who's part of the LGBTQ community, I'm really happy and proud of my city to see us doing more for the queer community. I'm a member of the task force and an active member of the Pride Center. So I'm very happy to hear that, and I think let me know. Also very happy to see that you're focusing on like the 7th and 8th grade age group as far as transition. My colleagues here know that I talk about it often, that a lot of times we focus on both ends of the spectrum when it comes to age groups. We took the youngest kids and then the oldest kids, but we never really focused on our 7th and 8th grade population. And that's the population we lose the most in high school, is our freshman boys. Actually, 610 of our boys freshman year because they lack the social skills. So thank you for that. I just have two questions. So, actually three. So the awardees for the sports and pro social will be announced when?
We literally just
Oh,
finished
just finished that. Okay.
today, which is why we were late. We're not at our committee, so that notification will be going out probably next week. We didn't go back. All of it, I do want to be transparent. The idea of the conference did come from the office of Kermit Carolina, and he pulled us in to support. So I want you today that it was our baby. It wasn't. Am I correct? Or was it both our babies?
It was her baby.
It was her baby.
She gave it to us.
Okay.
And
then
No,
the 7th and 8th.
Yeah, so it was initially.
Well, that's where a lot of the ideas come from.
So starting with her, she gave it to us. We naturally,
Yeah.
and
So
so was her.
it's
So for the LGBTQ, I love it.
absolutely.
Light up the night. Will there be transportation available for kids who can't?
So we are working with Teddy. We asked her to see if she was able to provide some support in that area. She said she's doing her best. That is the time where most not teachers, bus drivers actually take off and don't want to pick up because they're always running. So she wasn't able to 100% guarantee that, but that is something that we did ask for. And she said if she wasn't able to do transportation, she would work with at least potentially getting a bus token or a bus company. So it is something that we're working on. Nothing set us up. We didn't put it out there as such. If it's something that happens, then it's just a plus for students who attend.
And then just lastly, if you do have students that need community service hours, you could always direct us for Fairhaven Day if we're in need of a ton of volunteers. I can get you that.
Yes. So we actually have, and I don't know if we want to speak to.
So we have a new staff person that joined us in November, by the name of Kyle Williams. He is the community engagement coordinator for the city, and he is working with any groups that approach him or that we know of that citywide. And what he can do is match up. He's been going around to the different schools, creating a database of kids, creating a database of things for kids to do, and he'll match up the kids to or whatever Fairhaven Day or front of each park, or depending on what we need, he can match, you ask him how many you need, you tell him how many you need, he will, text out, how many kids are needed, what day, see Mr. Friend, at the Quinnipiac Bridge, wherever, and we'll make that all happen. So I think that's
And I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other questions from committee members? Alder from Ward 20?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Before I ask more questions, I do want to thank you all for coming out here. And if you need me or you need my support, I have a passion for the youth. I don't mind stepping up and help about my, something I'm very passionate about. My kids, their friends, like the grandmother. Everybody at my house, just I love the kids. But I have a couple of questions. So you mentioned that you were hired for an executive admin. Is that partner with the recreation or?
So, executive position is no longer with the student. So that position is a general class position, so it does have to go through the human resource process.
But is it for like youth and recreation or for something?
It's for me.
Oh, for you. Oh, okay. I was at, because we're having a job fair and then Alicia's gonna be at the job fair Saturday, so.
Okay, yeah, no, it's for an adult.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that, for coming out. I just wanted to ask you that. Well, the last question is, what day is that? Is that everybody going on vacation or?
So, the ladies are still working on it. It will either be 17th or 18th, either Tuesday or Wednesday. They are still in the planning phase of it, but I did by the end of the week, beginning of next week, we should have that solidified. And they will send it out, so encourage you all to reach all the many people. I know even when like people at the conference, anything that we're putting out, we send it to the ordinary email. So please check that one, because that's the one that we send all official communication to.
We
So-
send, and thank you for bringing that up. We do send your official communication. So we have a constant contact before that as well. If you have another email, just if you trying to send you email, us, we have on the constant contact. And please up there, and you will receive the information as and we usually put something out, if not every week, every other week. We try not to inundate, so like every 2 weeks, we'll just send out a blast of all the flyers of everything that's going on. So programming that is coming from our 720 side, from basketball, line dancing, to crocheting, basketball, to pottery, all of that comes out. The light it up, all of that information will come out and send it out to constant contact. If you know you're not gonna read your one, please just sign up for our constant contact. Because then what happens, and then we're up with the, I didn't get it, but I sent it, but I didn't get it. Oh, I got 400 emails. Okay, I understand. So we're happy. Please join our constant contact. If you like this, I don't hide it. I am a text person, so my watch, I have to keep on the phone. I got my watch, and I keep looking at it. So I'm talking to you now and stuff. We have no problem. Or if you want us to send it to your instant contact, you can sign up for our text messages. So we have that as well. I like so.
Any other questions from committee members? I do have an ask of your department. I would like to put another little thing on your list. Is it possible for you to please send to us, especially, or just myself, Mr. Lucas, so we can distribute it properly, a list of upcoming things for the conference, or any volunteer opportunities you have in advance? And what, if you do need volunteers, what some of those duties would entail? So we can check off, oh, I can volunteer to pass a bill. Oh, Ms. Wayne is the
You're referring
speaker.
to the committee.
Yes, I'm you or our youth committee.
So for the committee,
Send our youth committee a list of some of these upcoming things that you may possibly need help for.
so we need help for everything.
The flyers are called for help.
But what I would like to do is compile it properly, so we know what tasks you need us for. You
But
may be a reader one day, but you may, I'll put the table,
But that's the whole thing. So we
just
don't
wanna make sure
know.
we're doing the right task.
Yeah, so we need you there, we need the committee there physically, and this for a couple of reasons. And it's not really in regards to the work, I wanna say this because of the visual presence for our kids. I can't impress on you all enough that it is so important for the young people, because we say it, but with young people, they're visual. So when they see you, they equate it to, oh, like she really does care. And we know that's how kids think. Might not be right, but even some adults, they think that way as well. When we send it to you, that's because we want you to be there. Yep, I understand what you're saying, but I can't tell you, I'm not able to tell you beforehand that I need you there to be a greeter, because when you get there, I need you to help serve food. We just need people, and it's the same with my staff. Whenever I'm interviewing someone, I need you to be flexible and to be able to pivot, and that is the same thing. And so depending on what is going on, so we might get to trunk or treat. I told you that you're there to just hand out candy, and I was like, oh my God, can you help me get the candy outside? So the events, we always need your help. We always need your support. Even if it's just to stand there and look pretty, we need your support. We need you there. We need you there. So I don't give a special invitation, because we send you a flyer. Please come.
We'll just put help on at the bottom.
Thank you, and I understand that. I was really kind of just really do a great recruitment. Well, we have to be flexible. I'm such a, I'll come with the table or chair, whatever. And so there goes that. You tell me what you need me to do. We'll direct traffic, we'll do whatever you ask of us.
Yes.
We'll do whatever you ask of us. Especially, when you all did the, conference for the young ladies, that was a great, and it was great. To interact with different schools and be able to manage tables or listen to speakers. I thought that was excellent, and I'm glad you are continuing with that. So that was just my class. I just wanted to make sure we were doing right by you all.
We will still make sure that we send you specifically to the community.
And I also want to thank you for your, Mr. Williams. We met with him and Ms. Felicia. He took off with it.
Yes.
He took off with, and he has, stayed in contact with, making sure if your opportunity's coming up, let him know to volunteer. So I just want to thank you all for all of that work, as well, for everything you're doing. This is the last call for community members or questions. No other questions or comments? None? Oh, okay. Seeing none, I'd just like to thank you all for doing the great hard work that you do for our city, we appreciate the people in it.
Thank you so much. I'm glad we get the ticket.
I'm glad you didn't either. So thank you all for being here with us again. And you all stay safe. And I have one other thing I just want to talk to the committee about. Just make sure you check your emails, please. If you need to re-forward it, we can re-forward it. But we did get an email from one of our other partners doing your achievement. And it's an email about volunteers needed. And what they do is they do a career speaker series. And there's a Google form you can fill out, and it's in person. The one I have right now for New Haven is for June 6th, and it is Career Speaker Series, okay, and it's at Brennan Rogers School. So you'll get information, should be in the email on how to sign up. There are other areas as well, but that's the only New Haven one that I saw right now. But typically they will look to us when they're having things in our community and ask us to send the constituents or whoever. They did a great job last year with the career series. Sometimes they fall short with volunteers. So I will remind you all, if you are able to do it, or just make sure you're sharing it, so we can help them out with that this year. They have been a great partner to our committee and have done financial literacy and education. Okay. Anything else? Say, motion is in order. Order number 23.
Motion we adjourn.
Second.
Okay, motion has been made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None? Hey, we are now adjourned.
I'm still.